Hi folks, Pete here again from Ashton's Cars, and today we're having a good look round a Peugeot 508. Just come into us. It's a 2014 model. It's the HDI diesel. I've got to be honest, it's just fantastic value for money. This 4-door family car, diesel engine, so it's cheap tax, good on fuel, and it's got acres of space in it. I was really surprised how big and accommodating this car is. Just looking down the sides of it now, you can really see how long it is. It's got a nice set of alloy wheels on it. Just coming around to the back here. Ignore the fact I've just taken a little sticker off that was on the car there. That's just glue. The paintwork's actually perfect on it. I think it's quite a stylish looking car, especially from this sort of rear quarter angle. I think they've done a really good job of the styling. But Peugeot have, in the past, always come up with some really good styling solutions on some of their family cars. They do make quite a tasteful alternative to the Fords and the Vauxhalls of this world. The car's in good condition, as you can see. It's a metallic black. It doesn't always show up as well as it could on camera, but there is a nice sort of metallic finish on this paintwork, which makes it stand out from your regular sort of flat blacks and greys that you have. So it does look the part. I think it's pretty stylish. It is 7 years old this year, this particular car is, so there's a couple of little marks on the alloy wheels, a couple of curb marks. Just zooming in there, you can see that there's a couple of little grazes on that alloy wheel, which we probably won't get done on this particular car. We'll be selling it in order to keep it as a reasonable price as is, because it does look stylish still, and it's not a car that people buy to pose. It's a car that people will buy, I think, for what it can do for them. And what this car can do for you is it can transport 5 adults around in absolute comfort in a state-of-the-art interior, which has got all the goodies on it. It's got navigation, it's got Bluetooth, it's got cruise control. The car's done 114,000 miles, and as you can see, the upholstery is very clean and tidy on it. It hasn't even been valeted, it's literally as it's come into us now. Plenty of space in there. It's got rear ventilation as well, which is always a good thing. In between those seats there, you can see the vents. That's something that will keep the kids cool and happy, hopefully, on a longer journey. I think people who buy this car will probably end up being a family, and so things like that are of maximum importance. Car's got good tyres all round, and the alloy wheels, while they have got a couple of little marks on them, they certainly don't detract from what is quite an appealing looking car. I think the combination of those wheels, the chrome trim there, the chrome accent trim around those windows, and the metallic grey coachwork on this particular 508 does make it a very smart and comfortable looking car. So what's it like behind the wheel? Well, the answer is very comfortable. Peugeot seats have always been famed for their comfort, and that's no exception here. The interior is very modern. It feels as if it's made of good quality, good grade plastics. I like this sort of carbon fibre, mock carbon fibre trim anyway that runs through the car, and it's a pleasant place to be. I've got good visibility, I've got a nice clear, well laid out dashboard, and I've got all the controls for things like cruise and the stereo all at my fingertips here on the wheel. I'm just going to start the car up just to show you how it is on the startup sequence. Let's just zoom that in for you, and let's turn the stereo off a minute. So there we go, just firing her up, and you get my reserve fuel level there, but any flickering on the display is from my recorded equipment, not from the car itself. And hopefully you can see that everything's all good on the car. It's no warning lights, no issues, and I'll give it a little rev just so you can perhaps hear the engine. It's fairly refined. It is a diesel engine, as I said, but certainly no more noise in here than you would get on the petrol equivalent. Now, in the center display, I've got a rather nice setup here. I like the fact that I've got dials for the heating, because I find that a lot easier than switches, but you have also got the buttons here for the fan and the aircon and stuff like that. Good stereo system, which we had on a second ago, and then you've got this big center display here. Now, most of the buttons for that are down by here, behind the gear lever. I've got a button to hang up and answer my phone. I've got a navigation switch there, so I can click an address. Basically just pretend we're going to go to Tenby in Wales, which would be wonderful today because it's quite a nice day and that's a seaside town. And let's press OK. We're going to go the fastest route, and it's going to work out my journey for me now. So nice state-of-the-art system really. It's nice and easy to use, and I personally find that these controls are quite easy to sort of get onto your fingertips. We're in an unmapped zone at the moment, so it's not coming up with anything, but basically the guidance will start and I'll get directions on this screen by here to take me to Tenby in just a moment if we decided to go. I've got cup holders at my fingertips as well. I've got a media system which I can hook my phone up to and sort of, I haven't got anything connected at the moment, but if I wanted to I could have that set up. And I've also got a traffic system as well with the traffic information. It's a nice easy computer system to use. It's got voice synthesis, which I never find works for me, but maybe it will for you. But yeah, it's got everything on it and a lot more on it than you would get on a lot of equivalent cars, to be honest with you. So it's well spec'd, as we would say. Stereo is very good on it as well. It is a 5-speed manual, this particular one is. Moving across the steering wheel, I've got a whole host of buttons on here, but it looks more complicated than it is because we've got the stereo system by here, we've got the telephone to pick up here and we can scroll through the directory on it, and then the other buttons on the steering wheel around this outer edge, they're all for the cruise control, which is an absolute godsend on the motorway. And with this being a very comfy car, I can put it into 5th gear, put the cruise on, and it'll literally cruise along all day and you'll be quite comfortable and happy behind the wheel. The visibility is very good because it's got these extra little quarter lights here ahead of the wing mirrors, and that makes it very, very easy to park and manoeuvre. And this particular model has actually got rear parking sensors as well, which come up on the display there. So the actual parking sensors will come up as a line and it will give you an audible tone as you're reversing it. So that's quite a useful thing to have on the car. All in all, it's a nice place to be. I like the car personally. I find it very easy to drive. I can't really take you out in it at the moment though, because obviously we need to stay legal and I'm using a mobile phone. But it does drive extremely well. It's very refined, typical of a Peugeot really, in that it's very comfy, and you basically will feel quite relaxed spending long periods behind the wheel of this car. There's no adverse noises on the car, there's no adverse sort of sounds, and it's had a brand new MOT just put on it, so the car is ready to rock and roll and be delivered to you. It will come fully valeted though, so at the moment you're seeing it really as it's coming to me. Not that that's a bad thing. Right, let's go back outside. So back outside the car, I've got it running at the moment. You can hopefully hear it's not very loud, this car. It's quite a smooth diesel, but Peugeot have always made some of the best diesels, so there's no surprises there. It has got the daytime running lights, which you can probably see are on at the moment, and I think it cuts quite a dash really. It's much more interesting than a lot of its rivals. I think it's styled a lot nicer than them, and it's got a lot more equipment on it as standard. So, you know, things like the cruise control, they make a car like this, and having those as standard on this Peugeot makes it a very desirable sort of motorway muncher, and perfect for a family. So guys, if this is of interest to you, please give me a call. My number is 07932 873 646. The Peugeot is available for national delivery. It's going to be coming with, it's had a new MOT already. It's going to come with 3 months guarantee, and also we're happy to take a part exchange, and we're happy to arrange delivery anywhere in the UK. If you're within 150 miles of us, delivery is still free of charge, although we will deliver further than that for additional charges. So my number one more time is 07932 873 646, and obviously you can see we've got a lot of cars in stock, so please feel free to have a look through our other videos, subscribe to our channel, and of course give us a like, a comment and a recommendation to friends and family. Thanks very much for watching guys. Please stay safe and look after yourselves wherever you are. We hope to see you very soon.